And hello there, this is DrIzixs with another episode of Minecraft on the Banana Viking Server, where we have a mushroom, and we have a tower, and we have my buildings, which I really should get back to working on. But I've been doing some miscellaneous tasks since the last bit there. I moved the beacon down from the tower top, partially because I had forgotten that it had limited range in the up and down direction, which I guess in Minecraft is why. And so in order to make full use of it, I needed to, well, move it down here. So I did. And so there is a distance away from the beacon where it starts activating the thingamajig. And with my amazing pick of Silk Touch Unbreaking Efficiency 5 with Mending, I'm able to basically go, whee! And just sort of make the terrain vanish. It's pretty sweet, actually. I've been doing a little bit of that. That's why there's sort of starting to be a squarish sort of segment sort of dug out here. And, yeah, that's pretty sweet, isn't it? I think so, no. But today, we're not really going to be here about digging a big hole here. So there is a big hole that is being dug. Remember when there used to be a bridge across here? Oh, there's a bridge over there. Never mind. Is that a tunnel that used to be around here somewhere? I forget where that was. So there was a tunnel that I made. Yes. In order to not have to climb over the ridge there, in order to get over there, when I was working over there, yeah, over yonder. It's pretty cool. Let us put this here. All right. So the first thing I want to do is actually go down to the underground. Hello, Mr. Beacon. Hope you're having a good day. Just gonna clear out a little bit of stuff here. Don't mind me, because I want to get the goal. So this is going to be sort of back to the usual form. I haven't done in a bit of me just sort of having a talky, chatty episode. We do have Spudz on the server today. He's doing renovations to his base over yonder, and as such, well, we're just gonna, unless he wants our attention, probably just go ahead and let him do that. Let's go ahead and collect the rest of this coal here. I have my pick out after all. There we go. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and just dig down straight here. Oh. See, it also works for shovels, and because I got a pretty good efficiency here, and well, dirt's pretty easy to dig, so yeah. Dirt, dig it. Can you dig it? I can dig it. But yeah, so just sort of a, a little bit of a chatty episode here. So don't mind me being a little chatty for you. Because it's been a little while since I've had the patience to sort of do one of those. And, well, that's why we're here today. Excellent. This is actually better positioning than I was planning. Alrighty. So, we're here in the underground bit here. And we're going to wander around a little bit. Hopefully try to figure out how to get past these lava flows. As I bring up something that's been on a little bit on my mind recently. Yeah, so there's been a lot going on in my mind, and well, if anyone knows, the general gist of what's up with just the U.S. situation right now is we're full of plague, and but at least we have a chance to maybe do something less awful. Yeah. And hello here. Here's the base of the stairway here. We got a lot of wood here. Why do we got a lot of wood here? It's a good question. We got a lot of wood here because, well, I'm going to be digging out some territory here. And yeah, we're not under the beacon here, so we're not going super fast, but that's fine. So we're just going to get to work here. But yeah, so things are a little crazy still. We did have an eventual change of power as far as the presidency goes, and the Senate is nominally changed power as well. though there is the whole problem with the filibuster being just a terrible idea in general, and it causes all sorts of headaches that are actually quite unnecessary, and it would be nice to be working with a functional sentence opposed to what we have now. But so there has been some changes though, and there has been progress made on a number of fronts as far as that stuff goes. Democrats are actually like trying to pass stuff that helps people, and yeah, some of the versions of it aren't super great. Some of them are fantastic. Some of them could be better. Like the minimum wage increase, I'd still like to see that, but you know, as I mentioned before, the Senate filibuster is awful, and so there's been you know, consternation about how to sort that out. But there is perhaps ways to sort of maneuver things that will sort of push things in the right direction all the same on that front. So we'll have to see and keep pushing for the good things, and not to just sort of give up and pretend that everything's going to be suddenly better, because things can get better, but we kind of need to make sure they do, because we're at a new phase of the politics here, guys, where things are slightly more different-y, as well as what you call it? I need to figure out things here. But you know, the thing, there is potential to do a great amount of good, but we need to, one, not give up on that effort, and two, not basically pretend we've already lost when we haven't. Like, there are some things that, you know, it's like, okay, we may have lost this particular fight on this particular priority, but there is plenty that can still be done even on those specific issues. And to say that we've already lost on that front is a little disingenuous, because we could still continue to put the pressure on folks. And, okay, we didn't get it done right away or in this particular bill, but we can keep pushing it. And then maybe the folks that were so sticks in the mud before maybe change their mind because we put the right kind of pressure on them and showed our disapproval for their antics so far. All right, now I need to figure out the thing here. All right, so if I have a railing of some sort here, maybe a couple blocks of fanciness at the base here, maybe a big column would be kind of cool. So we'll have here be the start of our little tunnel here. There we go. So anyway, as I start to dig away here in the endless underground of my empire, my doomlands, yeah, I have to, I guess, remind folks that, you know, that do not despair and do not claim things are not what they are. That's something I've had a lot of issue with, even with political allies. It's like, yes, you want to sort of push this, but it'd be nice if you knew what the hell you're talking about. I think the most recent one that I noticed, I was like, wait a moment, folks are actually completely bonkers on this here. Is the what you call it? Some of the stuff involving the immigration, and so when Biden came into office, he actually pushed. It's like, yeah, we're going to change up how we are going to be handling these cases here, so we're not like putting children into horrible conditions here, and like, okay, so we're going to be changing up some of that, and oh, this court over here. Getting this off the top of my head, this very specific stuff here. So mine was a slightly different issue. So don't be using me as a original source on this. If I had notes in front of me, I'd probably be explaining this better. But I'm playing Minecraft, guys. Come on. Minecraft, it makes thinking about stuff hard, man. Yeah, maybe not really, but yeah, maybe for some folks. But yeah, there was a judge that basically prevented Biden's move to basically make our immigration system less awful. And it's like, well, he did technically try to make it less awful. He was unsuccessful because of this particular judge. And by the way, this particular judge was also installed by Trump, with the help of one Mitch McConnell, the most evil man in America. I'll continue saying that because that's true. He is basically the worst. Hooray, diamonds. Good rule. There we go. Yeah, I don't super care about changing it constantly, which ones I'm fiddling with as far as picks here, though I do try to remember to be smart about using the fortune pick more often when I'm doing things that are not super essential as far as this sort of stuff goes. Alright, so got that coming here. So this is probably far under that one ravine, but I'm going to keep going for a bit. So it's like, okay, so technically he was unsuccessful, but he still gave it a try, guys. And the reason things didn't work out was because, well, the previous guy is still screwing things up. And to undo the totality of the damage the Republican Party has done with regard to the judiciary especially, is going to be a multi-decades-long fight. Because these yahoos, it's, you know, they put a whole bunch of judges in, you know, that were partisan hacks, unqualified, or didn't know what the hell they were doing just in general, you know, into positions that are for life. Yeah, I'll keep going. And so, in order to deal with these yahoos, we need to basically keep power sufficiently in order to get their replacements in and actually replace them with competent judges who know, like, the law and who are not awful in various fashions. Because, you know, it's kind of nice not to have partisan hacks who are basically just pulling the party line. Oh, this isn't good. This is going to complicate things. I'm going to have to dig up a bit. Or somewhere. Might have to grab some water. This seems to be a bit of a lava pool here. There we go. Alright, so I think we've reached the lava layer here. Alright, so we'll... okay, we got ourselves some tunnels. Don't think those are my tunnels. In fact, I think these might be Jasper's tunnels. So yeah, we got a situation where we're kind of stuck. Maybe they're not Jasper's tunnels. Dark, though. Docked. Hello, darkness. My old friend. Ho ho! And so you get... So we're kind of stuck with these yahoos for years and years and decades even. And so they're going to be continuing to mess things up for quite some time. And yeah, it would be nice to not be in a situation where that was the case, but guess what? Hillary lost in 2016, so that's the consequences of our actions when we're unsuccessful at getting this shit done, you know? This Gepwin's mine. Anyway, the whole reason I was digging this tunnel thingamajig through here was because I wanted to build a underground storage facility somewhere around here. And I guess I might be running up to some limits as far as where the room is for that. So, I guess we'll maybe stick it off this way here, because this should be far enough away from the main area there that I will not be running into trouble. So we'll go ahead and tangent this way over and start setting up a big area in order to put a bunch of chests and things. How about that, folks? How about that? I'll go ahead and do that so I can go map instead. There we go. There we go. I also want to sort of maybe set up an automated sorting system, maybe, but gotta get the space for things first, after all. Because there is still a lot of stone to clear out, and having a proper area in order to sort of deposit stuff would be nice. Though I am making good use of the excess a bit as is, and I'll see about showing you that before we finish up this episode today. But yeah, so we're in a situation where we're stuck with a bunch of I guess technical issues that are the fault of the previous administration, and yet folks are deciding, like, oh, because of this Trump appointee, obviously this is now Biden's fault. It's not how it works, guys. Like, seriously, I'm no fan of Joey B as far as, you know, his general political philosophy goes. But still, I am going to give credit and blame where it's actually due. And on this issue, it ain't him. Like, he's actually trying to do the right thing here. Maybe there are more things he can do which he hasn't done yet, but at the very least, the first step, he has made a good faith attempt. And just kind of ran into a blockade there. So yeah, it's not something to be claiming that, you know, all our worst fears have been realized on this particular issue here. That said, there are areas where he has, you know, not met basic expectations as well, but I'm okay with having discussions about those. The putting pressure on the Senate to filibuster reform, for instance. You know, he wasn't super interested in that before, but it is something that I would like to see him change his position on, and to actually see happen in the Senate. Because right now, we got the Senate, which is already structurally designed to empower the minority of the population of the country. That's also, on top of that, empowering the minority of that minority in order to ensure Republican influence over legislation. So despite, let me sort of you know, lay it out like this, because the Senate, every state gets 2 senators, right? So need to stop doing that. Hello, lava. Just a little pocket here. It might be. In which case I can get rid of it bit by bit. Oh. Unless the lower levels are much more extensive. Alright, I'm gonna need some water, aren't I? Because I want to expand this area quite a bit. And yeah, this is not gonna fly here. Whew, well, at the very least, this means gives me an excuse to go back up and grab a bucket and deposit some stuff, maybe. So yeah, but yeah, so yeah, there are you know things like that it is perfectly okay to criticize him and the Senate Democrats for basically being kind of awful on a particular issue. So do that instead, and stop trying to make things up that are or you know, frame things that are not the responsibilities of those you're blaming as being their fault. If you're going to blame them for something that is actually true. That's all I ask, right? Come on. So I hate having to defend Biden, guys. Come on, so please stop making me do it. Right. I should have a bucket around here somewhere, right? If not, I shall create one. I know there's buckets over there, but they're like mostly full of lava. So, quick, to the water! Yes, water. This shall be delicious. Delicious water. Oh! I get kind of weird sometimes. And I could go down that way, but I'm going to go the other way because I wanted to deposit a bunch of the stone in my current storage area, which is insufficient. So I'm not going to set it all up today, but I am going to just get a good... It's a reason to talk to you guys for a little bit. That, you know, there are real problems that deserve real critiques, and which are not getting the real critiques that it would be nice to actually get the real critiques for. So how about we do that, you know? Of a similar sort of thing on the right, the Republican Party is all about screaming about how everyone's canceling them and such nowadays, which is a little bizarre on multiple fronts, because they were, wasn't it like conservatives that were all like rock and roll's the devil's music and stuff like a couple decades back? I kind of remembered that being a thing. But now it's like, oh yeah, so we're now all about the freedom of speech in these particular instances, and we're going to do everything we can to misinterpret what's actually going on in order to make an argument, an unsound argument, but an argument all the same. All right. So I got that, and I'm gonna keep on keeping on here. And I'm going to start expanding this. Oh, it's going to be the same way back. Hopefully I don't lose myself again. But anywho, so now what's some of the more recent stuff they've been all up in arms about is like Sesame Street, not Sesame Street, the Muppets, there we go, different Jim Henson stuff here. It was like, all right, so some of our old productions of The Muppet Show were a little cringy. So we're going to put like a disclaimer on the front of this that, this was cringy. And apparently that's the end of the world when it comes to something I don't know. It's suddenly something to be super concerned about. And there was a couple episodes of The Muppet Show that weren't put on the Disney streaming service. The place where they weren't previously, that they're now on, so you can actually watch The Muppet Show. The show that wasn't actually available before. But the part of the reason that a couple of the episodes are out of commission there, as far as streaming goes, is there are rights issues with the music and things like that. So if you want to actually complain about something real, you should be complaining about how bullshit our copyright laws are in the U.S. Oops, I should have left that there. Hello, Mr. Water. Aha. Alrighty. And now we can dig ourselves a little hole in the obsidian. It's been a while since I've had to mine an obsidian. Alright. There we go. And now we are in a position to just sort of start digging. And I'll probably do this for a little while. I won't do it for the rest of the time here. Just a few more minutes here. But to sort of give you a preview of how I'm going to be expanding this area here in time. Plus I got a few more things to talk about. So there's the right issues, and there was like a guest on one of the episodes that was like convicted of like pedophilia and things like that. So, not really something the Jim Henson Company wants to be associated with. So they, in some cases, were prevented by, other people's lawyers from doing, putting things up. And in other cases, they were like, we want to like preserve our reputation and not support crappy people. Because we didn't know when we made the episode, 30 years ago, whatever, that this person was quite so bad. We now know they are. So let's not repeat our mistakes. So we're just not going to have that episode up. We're not going to provide it with the rest of the episode, dozens upon dozens of episodes there. And I'm pretty sure none of the people complaining about that whole situation know any of this. Or if they do, they don't talk about it. Because then the folks that they're trying to get riled up would not have any interest in, being riled up anymore. Because nuance, that's how you prevent people from being pissed for over stuff that doesn't actually matter. Because like, oh, so we should be mad at the copyright holders instead? No, we're supposed to be mad at the Jim Henson Company because they're, and then the people they're forcing them to do this thing, even though there's the people forcing them are not the ones that they want you to be pissed at. But isn't the music people? No, it's all the culture warriors. No, but what about the music there? We're not going to talk about that because then that means we can't blame the culture warriors. Okay, so who are these culture warriors? Ooh, everyone that's not you. What? and so it's this really silly game. It just goes back and forth on the right, and in the various echo chambers on Fox News, radio, whatever, internet forums. Gotta keep myself hydrated here. You get a situation where you're like, this is just ridiculous if you actually know what the hell's going on. But if all you do is watch Fox News every day, then you have no clue what's actually going on. Because it's always about what they want you to be pissed about while leaving out the actual details that would make you not pissed about that thing. And so, yeah, let's not be like that. Because that is just some awfulness there. And am I close enough to the... I should be close enough there. There we go. Haha. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of obsidian over here. I'll go ahead and leave that as is. I'll start on this direction instead. Do I need to? No, I do not. I can actually just leave that as is. Spudz is asleep at the wheel. He's asleep at the wheel. Spuderific one. Alright, so I guess we will need a little bit more room over here. Let's plop that down there so we don't wash away all our torches. And so, yeah, so if we're going to be pissed at things, let's actually be pissed at real things, alright? Let's actually be angry when people are actually failing us and failing to meet up our bare minimum expectations for them. As opposed to what the Republicans are really enjoying, trying to frame everything that they can as the next big insult to them personally, so that you worry about stuff that doesn't actually matter. Oops. I need to move my bucket. Oh no, my bucket. And so, yeah, you know, get a situation where we don't want us to be sort of trapped in a situation where we're constantly outraged about crap that isn't actually important, or that there are important details that are missing here that would actually explain what's actually going on and provide us some clue and hint as to what we should actually be thinking and feeling about a situation. Because whenever we lack that particular bit of nuance, that makes us ripe for being manipulated. So let's try to avoid that, right? Just as a matter of, you know, standard policy here. It'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Alright, I think that will get us roughly lined up with the wall there. And I want this gallery to be quite long here, so just kind of going forward here. And I might experiment with some stuff as far as how wide it is as well, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'll also need to figure out the best way to do a sorting system that, or maybe I won't do a sorting system. I'll just sort of have some drop boxes with a various stone, and I'll just put them in the various chests and things like that along the line. So that's maybe something to do there. Hello. Aha. Give me that. Bucket. Alright. Alrighty. Alrighty. Alright. Alright. You say you want a revolution. Well, you know, we all want to change the world. At least I do. Speaking of, I'm watching Mr. Robot. It's actually pretty good. There are some bits that are like, that's not really how mental illness works, but, you know, it's TV. You can only expect so much, even this modern day. Though I will say that even with the usual, some of the usual tropes on display, it tends to be a lot better because it's not either played for laughs or for really cheesy drama, and recognizes that when certain things are happening, at the end of the day, that yes, this is still you, just maybe a part of you that you don't much care for. And that sort of trying to come to terms with that aspect of you is kind of part of the process in figuring out how to deal with those complications. And why am I digging off this way? I don't need to dig that way. I need to dig down. Wham bam. There we go. Alright, so there's quite a bit of lava down here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and probably drop this off. And in our last few minutes here, I'm going to go to the Nether to show you something. Yeah. yeah. Alright. There. We can just drop the rest of this crap right here. We'll want to stop off the house real quick and see about grabbing or changing out my equipment here, because I don't like taking the good picks and things like that to the Nether. Even though the area I'll be going to is relatively safe, it's still generally a good idea to not put my good stuff at risk, especially since that efficiency is so good. Yes. But yeah, so I guess today's lessons is Mr. Robot's a pretty good show. I'm like on season 3 at this point. There are like 4 seasons, I think. And also today's big lesson is, if you're going to be pissed at stuff, be pissed at things that are actually real, and actually know who you should be blaming when you're faced with a situation that at the first level does seem quite outrageous. Because sometimes the folks that are trying to sell you the, just sell you outrage are not exactly telling you everything you need to know. So apparently Jasper found a fortress over that way, which I think also I can connect through over here. But we're not going to that particular spot there. We're instead going to go past the good boy, the Doggo Island there. You're going to have to deal with these assholes. That's fine. I'll murder them. Ah. Maybe your children, too. Nah, I'll let the baby be. He doesn't deserve to be slaughtered. Wholesale. Yes, I've done a little bit through this little foresty area here. Should probably put an actual ceiling on it. Then we got some big ravine business going on here. And the Nether, as it's currently incarnated, is pretty wild, It's a lot more difficult to traverse long distances without tunneling like this. Or bridge building. Oh, hello. You thought you could stop me. It was I who stopped you. Ho ho. And now I have a gold helmet if I want to come back and run into more of those jerk faces. But yeah. What other sort of things, I guess, on that front I could talk about, maybe? Yeah, so if someone's talking about canceling stuff and being pissed about it, they're probably full of crap, guys. Just FYI. I know most of you guys are pretty smart on this stuff, but just sort of a little bit of a reminder on that. There's a lot of manipulation going on with that whole deal, because are Republicans talking about, how ridiculous it is that we don't have universal health care? No. They'd rather talk about Pepe Le Pew. That kind of creepy skunk that smelled bad and was kind of a rapist. Pepe's all right, in the very loose sense, but some of the initial motivations for his creation are a little, it's like, oh, he's French and he smells bad. Whoops. Yeah. But skunks are cool all the same. But here is a fortress. And I, and occasionally others, have been starting to slab her up. because I'm going to attempt to make use of a little particular portion of it over yonder, and go ahead and kill this blaze spawner. Yes, I've been doing a lot of work here already. To a particular spot over yonder to create a wither skeleton spawn spot there. And because I passed the bastion on the way in, the spawning for this particular area is a little wonky right now, but so probably won't expect anything to actually show up here. But yeah. So the hard part is going to be dealing with a little bit basalt madness over yonder. I'll probably want to actually get a whole bunch of basalt, so I'm probably just going to start digging through it, wherever it's all craggy like this, and just laying a layer of slabs on top of it. So also give me an opportunity to knock out some of the lava as well, and yeah, that'll be great. But there's a lot of lava fields over yonder. There is, sure, there's lots of basic terrain here, but it's pretty open. There's maybe a few things we'll have to go up to slab up, but for the most part, this little bit of territory here is going to be fairly isolated, and when we're done, going to be in a quite a good position to be the only spot in the area that will be spawning anything, and that's going to be pretty sweet. So look forward to that, and once we get a wither skeleton spawn platform situation going, yeah, we've already, well, we have done a lot of work. I've done most of it, but that's because I wanted to start it. It's like, hey, do you want to come up with this? Well, okay. It's like, I already got this here and over this hill, and just grab some stone and start putting things down. So if you're wondering where I'm putting some of the stone I've been collecting from my my project there, my dig project here, this is where a good portion of it's going. So yeah, so over there at that intersection, over to that line there is about 130 blocks, which is slightly more than what we need. That will give us a little wiggle room in the middle if we set up a sort of a collection pit at the base, which means similarly we're going to be ignoring most of the lava there, cutting a line somewhere around yonder, which means I'll need to take care of all of this, but it'll also mean that that we are already well situated on this side in the blue land. I'm blue now. I don't know if I can see the there's the edge. Yeah, as I said, a lot of this has already been covered, so including some occasional floating islands. But still plenty to fill in. But yeah, this is like probably like an eighth, maybe a 16th done. There are still some complicated bits, but it'll all come together in the end, I think. And yeah, so this is going to be a bit of a project. And yeah, there's even lava pools and things like that having to work around. Just kind of ignoring the lava flow stuff for the time being, and just sort of using those as areas you don't have to worry about. Now, there are still going to be places for our lava buddies to show up that like hanging out in the lava and things like that, but hopefully they're not going to be numerous enough to cause a problem. Or if they are, then we have to fill in the lava sea too, which should be easy, just time consuming. Be very much a case of, all right, I'm going over the lava now. Wish me luck, everybody. So yeah, this is it's an ongoing project, but already making good progress, and I guess look forward to more wither fights and or beacons, and yeah. So I mean, reach some spits over there. Yeah, need to get up there. There's some ceiling caves I have to worry about, like that. Floating bits like up there, but that's why we have Elytras. So, and now since I have that the creeper spawner tower working pretty well, we basically got infinite fireworks, which means we can fly if we so choose. That's pretty sweet. Yeah. So anyway, I just today's was a lot of talkiness and a lot of just sort of showing off what I've been doing is sort of stuff. But I hope you enjoyed. I'd like to thank you very much for joining me for this episode of Minecraft on the Banana Viking Server. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit the like button and all that jazz. Bells to notify you to let you actually know when videos are going up. And all that cool stuff. If you have something to say, please, oh please do actually comment, because I actually do like comments. I don't reply to all of them, but you know, I do read all of them, which is actually pretty easy since I'm a small channel. And I would still like to do that if I ever became a big channel. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Blaze. But yes, let's go over and end our episode by looking at yon bastion. Well, this gold helmet will not actually help me. Yes. This is dangerous there. In the blue lands. I'm blue now again. Yes. Look at that. Haven't gone to explore there yet, but I maybe should. Though I might want to set up a little portal around here somewhere, actually. And just sort of set up a bed so I can get easy access in and out. Nice and quick. Should be kind of cool. Anyway, I'd like to thank you very much for joining me once again. And until next time, everybody, toodles. Woohoo!